Hello and welcome to another cast of the Ld2l playoffs. We are still in the quarterfinals, watching this game between Ld2l and Warsaw Eventual Elimination Brotherhood. Very long name. It's Lava's team against Lone Wolf's team. I'm very excited to head into it. I'm aponzeus, your caster for today, and I will go through the draft rather quick. And we will see how it goes. First ban, Rubik, Ravi. Very famous for his Rubik. Lena being banned. Abaddon, very good offlaner, very good support.
10 seconds. 5 seconds
It's
left.
Dire's banned now.
10
It's
seconds
Radiant's
to
banned
go.
now.
Hey, they're
Dire
banned.
pick.
Good for you.
And
10
we see a
seconds.
Viper
5
ban
seconds
and a
left.
Caudle ban. And what is going to be the first pick? This took a lot of time. Warlock into Mirana. It's going a little bit too fast here.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left.
And Witch Doctor, Mirana, Witch Doctor. Good support duo, both have a stun.
10 seconds.
That's kind of reliable.
5 seconds left.
Arrow, of course, a little bit less. So let's see how it continues.
Dire's turn
Oh,
to
there's a
ban.
lot of all chatting happening.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Underlord pick, their offlaner.
Dire's turn to ban. It's Radiant's ban
Monkey
now.
King ban, Monkey King. Would have been kind of good against Underlord, I feel.
10 seconds.
Lifestealer ban, for sure, good ban against when you play Underlord. Gyrocopter, strong carry, strong mid laner.
10
Can go either
seconds.
way.
5 seconds left.
This is game number 1, by the way. I will be doing all the games of this series. Just, if you've seen this, there will be a link to
10
the
seconds.
next one
Like a 5
and the
seconds.
possible
Even
third
less
one
now.
in the description of the video.
Dire's
Ogre gonna be support, so it's offlane, Axe, Mirana support, Witch Doctor support, Gyrocopter
10
mid or
seconds.
core,
5 seconds
Underlord
left.
offlane, Ogre, Magi and Warlock, both kind of 5, but they... Ooh, Outworld Devourer, picked before the last banning phase, knowing most likely it will be banned out.
Dire's turn to pick.
So we'll see what's gonna be the last pick. And they banned Pugna, of course. Pugna, very strong counter
10
to
seconds.
OD.
5 seconds left.
Oh, I just realized the Weep, Warsaw's Eventual Elimination Brotherhood. And an Arc Warden last pick for the zoo. Ooh. Whew. That's, I assume Arc Warden safe lane and Outworld Devourer mid
10
lane.
seconds.
We will see.
5 seconds
Underlord for
left.
sure going off lane. Unless I'm been proven very wrong here. I'm very excited to see this Arc Warden pick. I really like this hero. Death Prophet for mid. We'll see what Zerg is going to be able to do on this Arc Warden. Ravi on Mirana, Malski on Warlock, Mothman on Underlord, J-Fitz on Ogre, Lone Wolf on OD, and Zerg on the Arc Warden. We'll hop into the game and I will of course immediately go to normal speed. Because watching a game at 4 times speed is really hard. And free camera. I want my own camera here happening. Thank you. Great. Great. We'll hide this. And so we jump in the game. Good luck. Have fun by everybody. I hope everybody who's watching this has that as well. So we see Lone Wolf on OD going mid. Safe lane Arc Warden on Zerg. Malski on the Warlock and Joe Fitz on the Ogre. Meanwhile, in their offlane they have Count Scary Mothman on Underlord. For the Radiant side, we have Schwazi on Gyrocopter doing a beautiful barrel roll. Applause. And we have Lirpa on Witch Doctor.
30 seconds.
We already see some kind of lava on Axe going offlane together with Ravi on Mirana, and mid lane gonna be Nikosaurus on the Death Prophet. So far, I tend to favor Dire's lineup, but I might just be an Arc Warden fanboy, so might be my bias coming in. And we see, and there's a disconnect happening, or is that just an all chat message to get somebody further? And that's a 3 bounty rune for the Dire. But the stun on the Ogre Magi. Meanwhile, I missed the kill on the Witch Doctor. We will go and see how that happened. Of course, we can go back a little bit. So what happened here? And we see Witch Doctor, they go and Cow Scare Mothman, but OD shows up, he is dealing lots of damage, and they get the kill on the Witch Doctor, and Mothman even surviving. So that's how that kill happened. So first kill going to the side of Dire. Ogre Magi not even dying. Schwarza really wanting that kill on the Underlord, but not. I doubt he gets it. He has more movement speed, but he just can't keep up. Dire doing a defensive tri-lane, really wanting to secure this Arc Warden some farm. Ravi getting stunned and just circling away, as Mirana always will. And Malski just keeping going. And this Ravi taking a lot of damage, getting down to 70 health. And that's an arrow on the Warlock Lava. Just keep on hammering away on this support. But this Ravi might have just overstepped himself. No, he knows he's too fast on his little thing. But now getting a Shadow Word. Is he dead here? I don't know. He might just die. No, it doesn't look like it. He missed the arrow on the already stunned target. No, there wasn't no stun. Ravi surviving on 10 HP. He knows how to play this matchup apparently. He plays it to the limit. Lava being bullied out of lane pretty heavily by the 2 supports now. And we'll see on last hits. Yes, the Arc Warden, top of last hit charts. Has no problem CSing. Pretty much uncontested. We see bot lane, Gyrocopter also being able to keep up. Missed this one last hit, not that big a deal. And there are 2 TPs top. They wanna respond to this tri-lane with their own tri-lane. Nice arrow onto Arc Warden, pretty much saving the axe. And the Witch Doctor now showing up here. We have some tri-lane on tri-lane action here. He's going very aggressive here. Seeing Zergo, hey hoops, hi. And Joe Fitz landing the stun on the Mirana, but not much happening here. Mirana stun onto the Ogre with lots of creeps, and Ogre's dead. He is beefy, but not beefy enough. But this is a lot of experience for this Dire side that Ogre might not be part of it, but this Arc Warden, if he can survive and get all the experience, that would be fantastic. But they are diving. They see him with the arrow, but they don't catch the stun. Ravi now taking lots of damage from the Fatal Bonds. This is a pretty heavy dive going on here at 3 minutes into the game. Fatal Bonds still going. Arc Warden planting down Spirit after Spirit, and Ravi, he's dead. That is a kill for the Arc Warden, and you can't feed this Arc Warden. He is gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Again, it might just be my personal bias because I like Arc Warden. It's a cool hero. See him? That's a cool hero. Oh yes. Oh yes. Cool hero. Sorry for that. Meanwhile, mid lane going pretty evenly. Lone Wolf being a bit low, but so is Nikasauce. They just push their heroes to the limits. Schwazi getting good amounts of CS, but Underlord, now that there's no more support in this lane, he starts to bully this Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter, he already kind of suffers a little bit from low base damage, but with the Atrophy Aura, he has a lot of struggle to keep up with the high base damage from Underlords. He's just able to deny and last hit nearly all of the creeps. And the Firestorm, of course, being constant harass. But top lane, we see the action going and keeping going and going. Lava having spins now that could be going out. And stun onto the Arc Warden. And they want to go onto the Arc Warden. That's a long stun. If he gets a few lucky spins... No, he doesn't. But every moment that they keep this Arc Warden from not farming is a moment won. I believe. And we see they keep on diving top. Lots of action happening. 5-minute rune. Count Scary Mothman recognizing he can just get both bottom. And top might be a slaughterfest, but he's just happy like a camper. Axe getting the kill on the Warlock. 2 for 2 now. Axe still keeping going. Arc Warden now finished up both of his Wraith Bands. And getting some regen, a mango, a clarity. Just trying to make his lane a little bit easier, but the clarity is most likely gonna get cancelled very soon by the battle hunger. He's going away a little bit scared of the stun from the ogre. We also have now a shrine. They shrined up bottom, both mid lane and the off laner. Gotta get together. They see the pole and they want to contest this. This is gonna be lots of damage into this axe. And is he gonna die here too? A very good arrow on the Warlock, pretty much making this trade possible. Lava still taking lots of damage. The stun on the catapult. They did not like this Cardi. Chofit saying, "Get out of here!" Realizing catapults have far too high magic resistance. Not doing much. Nice jump over the cliff and nobody dies. Lots of resources expended. And Lirpa says he's out of mana. Well, so is most of his team. Of this tri-lane, I mean. And they are gonna go for the value shrine top 3 people. Nikasos seems pretty healthy. He has a bottle. He has a DD. So they 3 people shrining top. Getting lots of value out of that. In terms of last hits, Gyrocopter seems to recover a bit, but Count Scary Mothman still top of net worth. He has a soul ring. He should go for a stick, I think, against Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter just spams abilities and you just get free regen and free mana. And there's another arrow, closely missing Zerg on the Arc Warden, but you miss 100% of all arrows you don't take. So I like that choice. And there's another Fatal Bonds and Lava and all the creeps. This is going to be lots of damage. And there I missed the kill on Count Scary Mothman. Let's see how this happened. And so we see here Count Scary Mothman. He's a little bit low. This is not here yet. And Shwazi, he just comes in and Count Scary Mothman overestimates his survivability and dies to the Gyrocopter. This cannot be happening. This is your highest CS offlaner dying to the safe lane carry. This is gonna help Shwazi very much. And there's the tip, the toxicity that we all crave. Nikasos, I would just deny this. You could have denied. I know you want to use your invis, but you could have just denied it. And we see that just the action continues top. Another arrow missing close on the Warlock, but they turn around onto the Ogre. Call only on the Ogre, getting a few spins, and the heal on the Ogre. He hits so hard and is so tanky with Shadow Word and Bloodlust, and even OD being here. Ravi jumping ahead, trying to get everybody away, and he's just gonna cat on out of there. He always lands on his 4 feet. And you'll see this top lane is still very much contest. But we see both of these core players here in this top lane. They're both suffering in terms of CS. Gyrocopter is doing a bit better now after this solo kill. He is getting a rotation from the Death Prophet with a haste. Are they gonna be able to kill this Count Scary Mothman if he's at full health and getting the Pit of Malice off? There's a call down, another rocket barrage. The homing missile not needed, and this is a kill. Nice rotation by Nikasos. Meanwhile, top, they're trying to go in on Ravi, but Ravi on Mirana has, of course, leap charges. He's just leaping away.
Radiant fortified constructions. Pretty good move if you ask me.
Zerg, he is going into his hand of Midas. We are at 9 minutes in, and so far the game seems pretty even, apart from the offlanes. Like this Underlord having a really good game apart from the 2 deaths. And then Lava, he's kind of struggling. He finished now his phase boots. He's only level 4 at 9.5 minutes. Of course, he was in the tri lane. We'll see how the levels are on everybody. And yeah, we see Gyrocopter. He very much profited from this from this tri lane top, because he got lots of levels down bottom. And Zerg, he is level 5, but he's gonna be able to catch up with Hand of Midas. And beautiful stun from Lerpa on Jofitz. Unfortunately, it's going to the neutral, but this is gonna be a dead Warlock most likely. They're gonna try to turn this around on the Ogre as well. Is Axe gonna get it? It's gonna be very close. He's gonna need to have used Battle Hunger, and he misses the call, but Battle Hunger is gonna secure the kill. He is not going to be able to get any deny or last hit, and he just dies. Well played by Lava. Getting that kill, knowing he's strong enough. Nikasos coming top. Now this Death Prophet making rotation all around the map, trying to get this game even more in your favor. How are we in terms of net worth? We see Gyrocopter, he's top of net worth. Death Prophet second. This is actually surprising. I would think that OD, having been able to simply stay in mid lane and keep on farming, might have had a bit of a better game in terms of last hits. But net worth, this rotations worked out really well for Nikasos. Lava just creep skipping now, and the Arc Warden, he can't really do much. He is still waiting on his Midas. Of course, this is the issue with Arc Warden. He needs time, a lot of time to come online. He has his ultimate now. I do think you could just use it before having the Midas. It's a 60-second cooldown. I don't know, but I assume he's an Arc Warden player. And another kill of Gyrocopter against Count Scary Mothman. This Gyrocopter is becoming very farmed. He's having a fantastic game. Level 10 at 11 minutes, and that's your safe lane core. Lava is gonna die here. Jofitz and Warlock catching him out. Zerg saying well played to his supports. Yeah, that was well played. And getting the range creep, very nice. And exorcism used to get this tier 1 mid, allowing much more contention in... that's not the right word. Allowing the Radiant team to contest Dire's jungle much more. That's what I meant to say. Lerpa still level 4, he has a tome. Lava finally hit level 6. But we see he is the lowest in terms of net worth on the side of the course. And Count Scary Mothman, he has an Urn of Vessels. Urn of Shadows, not Spirit Vessel yet, but he's going into the Spirit Vessel as well as Vanguard. Most likely against the Death Prophet, so the heal from the Spirit Siphon won't be as potent. It's a heads up play. And Zerg, he can buy his hand of his Midas recipe. Is he not gonna...
Dominating, I guess.
Oh no, it's 70-50. I'm sorry, I apologize. And there's another kill I missed from Gyrocopter. He's simply rotating top and got a kill. He's still here, and he has still all of his kit. I don't know if OD can stand here. And yeah, he realizes he should not fight here. They get another tower top. Lava is gonna look for a kill here. Do they know that Lone Wolf teleported here? They most likely assume he cancelled it. But Arc Warden, he has now his recipe. And he is gonna use this Midas twice, and he's gonna immediately have so much gold, so much experience. He is gonna starting to catch up. There we see first and second usage, very well played. And now this Arc Warden is gonna accelerate in farm very, very fast. Schwazi TPing out Lone Wolf very close there to have an Astral ready to cancel that TP. And they are going bottom, catching out both the Warlock and the Underlord. And this is gonna be a simple double kill. Or like one kill for the Axe, the other kill for the old man Gyrocopter. And they're just simply gonna turn this into a push now. They also have Exorcism in 2 seconds. They could think about pushing this tier 1 and then pushing tier 2 with Exorcism. They know this Arc Warden doesn't want to fight yet. He is still in farming mode. I doubt that Dire would contest the tier 2 even. And we'll see them just take out this tier 1 without many problems. I apologize for that. And there we see they use the Exorcism for the tier 2 Bloodlust on the tower. Well played by the Ogre. But yeah, I agree. They should just let this tower go. Just keep on farming. Get the bounty runes top. You see they're all bottom. They are gonna get these 2 bounty runes. Get them top. Count Scary Mothman doing exactly that. Ooh, Ravi coming a little bit too fast. They see it of course with the ward. But that's unfortunate. That's 3 runes for Radiant, and they seem to be in good control of this game so far. There was also an Ancient stack stolen by Radiant with the Exorcism. Did they see the Warlock here? They see him now with the ward. Are they gonna jump him? And the Sentry not catching this ward. This is a good ward here. It very often will not get dewarded if the Sentry is placed in this area. Zerg, meanwhile, he has a Javelin now. Like I said, his farm is gonna skyrocket now with the Midas. And we will see if he's gonna be able to come online fast enough with the Midas, with the Maelstrom. And to then fight against this Radiant team. That is very much online. Gyrocopter, he has a Yasha, he has a Drums. And he can fight now. He has a lot of magic damage. And his Flak Cannon shots cannot be underestimated. There is Mirana ult used, but Ravi still dies. And well played by Mothman. I missed the kill, unfortunately. But there is a huge fight going top. Beautiful rock on 3 people. Fatal bonds, but OD uses his ultimate, getting a kill on the lava, and then astraling himself. This is what they needed. But there's the ultimate by Witch Doctor. And Gyrocopter now shows up to the fight a tiny bit too late. This is 2 kills in this team fight plus the kill on Mirana. This is a huge swing. We will see. That's a 1,300 gold swing for the OD. He got his ultimate off and then banished himself. Very well played there by the OD, by Lone Wolf. He has his Veil of Discord now, going into BKB next. Zozerg, he also showed up for this fight. He got some experience, and he just continues farming. He is gonna accelerate that farm even more. And we see another fight going mid. Ravi might be dead again. He survives on 50 HP. Lava just saving his body there with a call on the golem. That was such a nice rock from Molsky. Very hectic team fight, and if Gyrocopter was there from the beginning, it could have looked very different. Ravi says like, hey, they're all farming here, can we do something about it? And he has a smoke. They are using the shrine to get filled up, and they want to bring the pain to this Dire lineup. And are they gonna smoke? They're not gonna smoke. They have a smoke. They're not gonna smoke. They're just gonna walk in. And there's an arrow missing the OD. And but there's Count Scary Mothman simply trolling away with his face boots. Lava, is he gonna get? And the call on the OD. Is there gonna be a follow-up? Follow-up's done by the Witch Doctor. There's the Astral. And there, Count Scary Mothman simply wants him to... No, he stops it. He stops the ultimate. They think they can just walk away. There is a fight going on mid. Nikasaur's wanting to go in on this. And Lone Wolf, he sees the Mirana, but Mirana just simply gonna Leap away. There is the Mirana ultimate. They need to... Dire needs to have vision now. Silence on the OD. He's simply trying to walk away. Nice Pit of Malice. Trying to get everybody away, and everybody gets away. Nice disengage there by Dire. But they do give up their tier 2 mid here. So far, Radiant, they might not be getting most kills, but they are getting map control. You see, they have not lost a single tower. Meanwhile, Dire lost 5 towers. That's the problem with playing Arc Warden very often. You lose your towers because you need to farm early on. And there's another arrow, just catching a range creep, getting some farm on this Mirana. Zerg, meanwhile, just continues to farm. He has a Maelstrom now. He is keeping up. So is Count Scary Mothman, and this OD is closing in on a BKB. Of course, Lava's call is gonna go through this BKB, but they are doing Roche now with Exorcism. Ooh, Lava needs to be careful there. He is getting an Invis rune. They could have maybe given it with a bottle, so there was some more regen going. But I don't think that Dire is suspecting this or wanting to fight this, and they can't now. Gyrocopter has an Aegis now. He has drums, he has boot, he has a Yasha, and he's going Sanjin Yasha next.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ravi still just pushing out mid lane. Zerg has 1,200 gold. Lone Wolf, he is closing in on his BKB, still about 2,000 gold away.
Balance the scale.
And Gyrocopter just pushing out bottom. They don't want to give up any towers for free. I like this move. They just want to keep having their map control, because any invasion from the Dire side into Radiant's jungle is going to be so much harder against all of these tier 1 towers still standing. And they are making a smoke rotation. They want to get a kill on this Gyrocopter. He has Aegis, but his team seems to be far away. If they TP fast, again, if they have a tier 1 tower, here he walks into 3 people, and he's using his call down, and they are using the ultimate. They all are TPing into the tier 1. Is this gonna be a fight they can take? Gyrocopter already dead. They drop down the Sanity's Eclipse, and this is not gonna be a fight anymore. Gyrocopter just pushing out the lane a tiny bit too long. And we'll see, that was ages gone. That is a 1,000 gold swing. Gyrocopter, top of net worth, and Arc Warden now catching up with his Midas, and of course his clone, his Tempest Double, as he calls it. And that was very, very good gank by Dire, recognizing they're most likely wanting a kill in the top jungle, and so they go bottom to get a kill on the Aegis Gyrocopter and kill him twice. That is a very big deal. Arc Warden now having Boots of Travels. Now the pain begins with Arc Warden. He is gonna be all over the map, and he's gonna get so much farm. We see already he has taken over everybody in terms of net worth. Lava trying to find a kill here. Lava coming in from the side. Is he gonna try to attempt a blink call? He doesn't seem like it. He's still moving forward. Molsky is ready on the Warlock with the Chaotic Offering. Re-engage. Now counter initiation. And Zerg has completely caught up from that tri-lane. He is level 14. How are we in terms of levels? Yeah, Count Scary Mothman still highest level on his team, but he is level 14. Lava, who also was in that tri-lane, level 10. That's a huge difference in terms of experience. And we see in the graph, like we see the net worth was in favor of Lava's team for some time, but it is going down now. Same for experience. They put a tri-lane to keep the Arc Warden down for a little bit, but he has caught up now. And Nikasos, he kind of feels somebody being up there. Multiple people, in fact. And it just pushes out mid. And they are using the Mirana ultimate. Of course, Dire is seeing this because Nikasos is in the lane. Molsky just being here, he's gonna try to scout. Lava could have gotten a 2-man call, but was scared if there was gonna be any counter initiation. And they see the Warlock. They want to get the Warlock because the Chaotic Offering is such a strong counter initiation. Ravi just putting down a sentry. Zerg. And there's a call on the Arc Warden, but immediate banish. Counters arrow onto the Arc Warden. Beautiful call down. But the rock onto the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor is pretty much dead. Arc Warden died to the axe as well as the Warlock and the OD. This seems a really good fight for Radiant, and they just have too much damage. Beautiful call by Lava, catching out Arc Warden. He gets banished, but as soon as the banish ends, he gets hit by an arrow, and that allows for all the follow-up damage onto this position 1 Arc Warden that had to buy back. That crippled his net worth. He was number 1, now he's number 3. Nikasos and Gyrocopter overtaking him. Gyrocopter now going for a BKB. Nikasos finished now his Aghanim Scepter. This is a lot more damage. Aghanim Scepter, pretty broken on that hero, and going into a BKB next. That was such a good call. It was only a call on one person, but they forced out the banish. They got the arrow afterwards. They trusted into the Ravi Mirana to hit that arrow after the banish. That was well executed. And they forced out 2 buybacks. Oh, Count, Scary Mothman disconnected from the game. We have a small pause going on. And Lava says he likes this very much. Let's see, I'm gonna jump ahead. 10 seconds, another 10 seconds, another. We will see. Oops, and I missed it. Okay. Here we see the unpausing. Okay. Nikasos, why does Count Scary Mothman get to take a shit, but I can't? Well, good question. Whenever I play, I keep it in. If it's a Tekkis game, poor me. And Lone Wolf still trying to finish that BKB. He has not been able to farm much because his Arc Warden like eats space, especially with the Bloodlust. He is going for Mjolnir next. He can deal a lot of damage if the Radiant isn't able to control him like we saw in the last fight. Witch Doctor going for a Glimmer Cape next. Lava having a Blade Mail now, going into a pipe. We already saw the Aghanims on Death Prophet, and Mirana is going into Guardian's Greaves next. Has 2,600 gold, so could buy the mech, but most likely once buyback. We are 26 minutes in. You could save for buyback. And Dire, they want to make something happen. Do they know that Mirana is still here? They are gonna see the arrow if they paid attention to the clone. Zerg just keeps on farming. He finished now his Mjolnir. Doesn't have buyback, but he already used it in a previous fight. So if Radiant gets another jump on this Arc Warden, Dire needs to save him. They need to find ways to save him. What does Warlock have? He is still trying to finish any item. It's a rough game. Same for the Ogre. Both of them suffering in terms of net worth. Ogre going for a 4-staff. I like that choice. Being able to move somebody out of a dangerous position when they're stunned. Very good as a support. Lone Wolf still trying to finish that BKB. 300 golds off. They should not try to fight. They should get that BKB, smoke up, and then catch Radiant off by surprise with this BKB reveal. If they get 2 or 3 core kills, that would be fantastic, of course. Nikasos just keeps on denying these creeps, not wanting the Dire side to get any amounts of gold. I like it. I can appreciate it. And they're getting nope, doesn't get the deny on the range because of the Mjolnir proc. Your Midas is off cooldown, sir. Please use your Midas. This Midas is also off cooldown. Nice Midas. Call onto the clone. Just wanting to finish it. But we see like this clone, he hurts. That was just an illusion. Imagine if the real hero was there as well. Nikasau's hiding in the jungle of Dire's side. And the game has slowed down. They might be waiting for another Roshan who will be coming up in 1 minute. 10 seconds. Lava has now overtaken Count Scary Mothman. His farm stagnated. He has his Spirit Vessel, which is good against the Death Prophet. Trying to finish up a pipe against all the magic damage from the Radiant side. Somebody says that the Shrine is still at 100%. That is true. The Shrine is at 100%. Well observed, Scrub. Well observed. Does OD have the BKB? OD has the BKB now. Veil BKB. This is a lot of damage on Lone Wolf. So if Joe Fitz on the Ogre as well as Count Scary Mothman can eat the stuns and the damage of the Radiant team, and OD as well as the Arc Warden can just put out damage, I still believe Dire can win these team fights rather easily. They have high damage dealing cores. The problem is if these cores get caught out. Zerg going for a Bloodthorn next. First Orchid, of course. His Midas is off cooldown again. He might want to use it. This is gonna be 4 bounty runes. 4 Radiant. This is just gonna further push their advantage. Dire tried to catch Lava with the smoke, but wasn't successful. And Radiant is taking this Roshan again. If they have another smoke, I would like to see Dire. I would like to see Dire go for another smoke, and if they are aware of this Roshan, go for the Rosh fight. It is risky. Is the buyback up on the buyback is not up on Arc Warden or on Underlord. A nice stun from Mirana. And this is another Roshan. Aegis for Gyrocopter. And who has the cheese? Who has the cheese?
It needs a hand.
Trust me.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Such power.
I'm sorry. Death Prophet has the cheese. I'm blind. I thought so. So Death Prophet, good cheese carrier. The longer she can survive with Exorcism, the more damage it deals. And OD just continues to farm. He wants a Blink Dagger for this mobility. And we see the call on Underlord. And this is gonna be a dead Underlord. Meanwhile, Exorcism popped by Nikasau's for trying to force out the BKB from Lone Wolf, but Lone Wolf is he's dead. He doesn't have buyback. He did not want to use his BKB. Counter initiation too late. All 3 cores out of Dire are dead, and this might just be GG. Beautiful call there by Lava, catching them out of position. And I don't know how Dire can defend this. They only have buybacks on their support. That was a really heads up play by Lava. He says, I don't need a good lane. I don't need to have farming you tools like you, Arc Warden. I still slice your head in twice with that beautiful Calling Blade. That count initiation by Warlock just a tiny second too late in order to save the core. OD coming up in 5 seconds. He has a BKB. He still has a 10-second BKB charge. He was too greedy to use it in the previous fight. This is a rough game. They want to defend their last lane of frags. They know 2 lanes are gonna go down. Exorcism is down now. Another call onto the Ogre. This Ogre might just be dead. Count Scary Mothman now up again. And BKB by Gyrocopter. BKB by OD. He wants to fight this now. And there's the buyback. They have the full 5-man team alive. So there is still hope for the Dire side, but it's a 22k advantage. Gyrocopter just scooping on out of there. Then they do not get a single kill. Not a single kill for the Dire side. It's 21 and 8. And now the Mirana even overtaking the 2 cores of Dire. The only core that has remotely even some farm is this Arc Warden, and he just keeps on getting caught out by this lava axe.
Nothing lasts forever.
Nikasos also playing very well around his exorcism and his rotations early game. He had a good lane mid, and he furthered that into both side lanes. That was very well played by Nikasos. 2 lanes down now for Dire, and this might be where I as a support would be. Do you just want to go for a Hail Mary play? So far they always have been getting engaged upon. They never were able to engage upon the enemy. We saw that one kill on bot lane where they just called out Gyrocopter and killed him with Aegis twice, thanks to a smoke gank. They need to have more ganks like that. They don't really have to worry about their lane pressures, because Arc Warden should be able to keep on both lanes pushed out rather easily with his Tempest double and Boots of Travel. This is another, not smoke gank, but Mirana ultimate onto this Ogre. They know he doesn't have buyback, so even a kill on him is big, because it is a 4-on-5. Arc Warden, he is gonna deal some damage, and Schwazi, he feels it. He goes down. This Arc Warden is lots of damage. That is what happens if you don't catch out this Arc Warden. And OD dealing lots of damage as well. Mirana gets killed, but on the Lord, it's just all a tiny bit too late. Beautiful call there by Lava onto the OD. Zerg trying to push out all the damage he can, but it might just not be enough. But it is 3 people dead by Dire, but this Gyrocopter, he dies, but Ravi, this is not okay. You don't call GG. This is official game. This is not good. This is not good. You fucked up. You fucked up. You also died. So exactly, rulebook them. If somebody beat him, I mean, to be fair, Dire did hold, but it was a rough game. He meant monkey business. Yeah, sure. He isn't the captain, there's no... But it is still BM. It is still pretty BM to call a GG. Dire holds the game. They get the kill on the Gyrocopter on the Aegis very easily. Arc Warden is so much damage. In the bubble with his two selves, he just bam 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 bam, and bye Gyrocopter. Fuck you, you little huge mustache person in a helicopter. But it's a 23k advantage. They had to use buybacks on the side of Dire, and Radiant didn't. If you see the buyback status, well, they don't really have because of money. They don't have buyback because of money, but everybody used their buyback on the side of Dire, except for the position in 5 Warlock and Count Scary Mothman, who doesn't have it anymore. Count Scary Mothman, he has finished his pipe now. He's like, they have so much damage. Their problem is they always get initiated upon. They lack initiation. Their best initiation is a rock, but that is it's the Hand of Midas of cooldown. He's still going. He has an Orchid. He has a Shadow Blade now. I like that. I like that. Going for ganking with the Boots of Travel. You can just call if you're able to catch out this Mirana with an Orchid. She might just be dead. She has the Guardian Grooves, of course, to dispel. But we will see if they are able to do something here. But there's another Mirana's ultimate. Beautiful banish to save the Warlock, but Lava, he gets the call, but immediate Warlock Golem by the death of Warlock. And we see the Nikasauce just pushing ahead with his exorcism, pushing out the Arc Warden, and this is 3 heroes dead, 4 heroes dead. A buyback on Count Scary Mothman. OD cannot buy back. Warlock buys back. He doesn't have his ultimate. He already used it. Or he doesn't have his Death Golem, so that was his real ultimate. I thought it was from him dying.
Nothing to do it till that's done.
And we see Nikasauce, he used his BKB, he has his exorcism. This might be Megas. Of course, this is playoffs, this is Ld2l. They will never give up. Never give up, never surrender. Always big fan of that. And he has his Shadow Blade. He wants to go for the backline kills. And he didn't use his Orchid. And he is getting caught out, but it was only the Tempest double. And he has his Reel here. And just pushing out so much damage. But it just is not enough. Your base is in shambles. You can only defend from the fountain. And even that only half-heartedly. And it is called GG. Well played by Radiant. Dire held on. They took on some good fights. But in the end, yeah, say sorry, Robbie. This was unacceptable. Nikasauce needs to poop. Have fun with your pooping. And good game by both sides. Radiant catching the win in the end. The Arc Warden was so much damage, but just not enough in the end. I'll see you in game number 2.